My kids was gone.
She just told me out of nowhere, I'm on 6 punishment.
With this admittedly heart-wrenching story about what happened to both of your kids, you're worried about her denying you sex for the time being?
I'm the one that's hurting.
I don't know if you've ever heard a cat fight.
Like? No.
Oh, it was like, "Woo, meow, meow."
It wasn't like, meow, meow, like she's exaggerating. It was more like, meow.
I'm not exaggerating.
Meow.
It was meow.
I've had an entire career presiding over cat fights.
This is Judge Jerry Springer. Plaintiff Nesha Watson claims her boyfriend caused a car crash that nearly killed their children and left their family almost bankrupt. She's suing for $1,800 for the cost of a new car. Defendant Ray Davis says his cold-hearted girlfriend is punishing him for a crash he didn't cause.
Nesha, you are suing Ray for $1,800.
Judge, I'm going through a lot right now.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm dealing with my mom in the hospital. I'm dealing with having to get my kids situated for surgery.
What happened?
He took the car, dropped me off at work. 5 minutes later, a customer came in my job and told me that my kids and him had been in a car accident. And I was telling the customer that he was lying because they had just dropped me off. So the customer was telling me he wasn't lying. I ran down the road in the rain, and when I got down there, Raekwon was laying on the ground. My kid's car seat was flipped over, and my other son had flew from the back seat to the front seat and to the floorboard. And all I could think about at that moment was that my kids was gone. That I had lost Raekwon, my kids, and that it would only just be me and my oldest son that wasn't in the car. I talked to the lady at the scene. She was telling me that it was his fault, it wasn't her fault. Raekwon saying that it wasn't his fault, it was hers. We get to the hospital. My 1-year-old that was 12 months at the time, he could no longer walk. He can't crawl. When he put pressure on his right leg, he cries. He have to see physical therapy 3 days out the week. Next month, he have to have surgery. And my 3-year-old complains about his ankle and his leg still to this day. That was the worst day of my life.
I can imagine.
The lady didn't have insurance on her car.
She did not have insurance?
No.
Yeah.
And my insurance denied me because Raekwon wasn't on my insurance.
I see.
So that leaves me to go into my savings, leaving me behind on bills and everything else because he wasn't on my insurance, so it's leaving me to pay for a whole new car by myself. He promised to help pay for the new car. We got into an argument. He wouldn't help pay for it.
Okay, that's your car?
Yes, that is.
Now let me hear your side of what happened.
Can you please tell her that it was not my fault about this situation? I shouldn't have to pay her nothing because 1, it was never my fault. 2, Judge, can you please tell her another thing? I'm the one that almost lost my life. I'm the one that had to do everything to get my sons out the car. I'm the one that went conscious and everything. And can you tell her that sex, as in punishment, don't have nothing to do with a car?
Well, how is sex involved in this?
She just told me out of nowhere we was fussing. I'm on 6 punishment.
With this admittedly heart-wrenching story about what happened to your kids, her kids, both of your kids together, you're worried about her denying you sex for the time being?
She brought it up in my face.
Can you please tell him
that
if he wouldn't have wrecked the car, he complains about me working 7 days a week. He worked 3 days out of the week. I work 7 days a week, 12 hours every day.
Wow.
And I wouldn't have to work this much, Your Honor, if he wouldn't have wrecked my car. I'm having to pay all the bills. I'm having to still make a car payment on a car that's wrecked until that car is paid off. I'm having to pay a car payment on a new car that I have. And I'm having to make sure everybody in the house is taken care of.
That's a lot to have to tell them, but I'll tell them. I understand you're saying that the accident wasn't your fault.
I have been helping her out, doing what I can to sacrifice what I can to give to her. I have my own job. At the moment, I'm off. I mean, me being out a month, She wasn't in the car. I was in the car.
But you, Honor?
The one that's hurting. I'm the one that was out a whole month in physical therapy. Knee brace, neck brace. They were trying to put a foot brace on me. That's how bad the situation is, to where I had to take medicine.
Your Honor, I also had to stay out of work for a month also, because I had to make sure he got the physical therapy, my kids got physical therapy, they all got the doctor's appointments. So if I'm out of work and you out of work, who's going to pay the bills?
Okay.
It's just so happened I have a small business, and I sell clothes. So that money was money that was going into still do what I had to do, but I'm still behind on stuff that I need to be doing.
Okay. There is no conceivable reason why the mother of your children, why she should have to pay anything. She wasn't driving the car. You were the one that wanted to borrow the car that day. These are your kids. She let you use her car. Why do you think it's fair, and beyond the working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, beyond all of that, what is it in you that says, yeah, you ought to pay some of it, all of it? Why should she pay any of it? She had nothing to do with this. All she did was say, okay, you can borrow my car. Look, I'm not belittling the fact that you were hurt and almost killed. I totally understand that. But I can't conceive of anything why she should be responsible for damage to her car when you were the one that borrowed it. So I find for the plaintiff in the sum of $1,800.
I almost lost my life. If I would have lost my life, who would have been paying that $1,800?
I really don't care about sex. I can live without sex. I don't care about sex. My kids are more important. My kids' life cannot be replaced.
Plaintiff Nicole Reed set up a play date for her cats to meet the defendant's cat, but she claims an actual cat fight broke out. I guess there will be no hissing and making up, because she is suing for $505 for damaged furniture and vet bills. Defendant Nyla Donald claims it's the plaintiff's cats that were the aggressors. She insists her cat Sweet Pea is innocent and would never cause any harm.
So you both are cat owners?
Yes, we are.
So this is going to be a case, you are suing her because this has to do with your cats fighting?
Yes, Judge Jerry, I wish I could have met you under better circumstances, but
Yeah.
I'm suing Nyla because her cat viciously attacked my cats, messed up my couch, and caused me to have a huge vet bill.
I object. My cat, her name is Sweet Pea.
That's Sweet Pea.
And she's inherently sweet. Look at her.
She
She's a girl. She's not vicious. She's innocent and she's cute.
Looks are deceiving. Her name is Sweet Pea, but she is not sweet.
I've had an entire career presiding over cat fights, so I think I'm uniquely qualified to judge in this case. So you're suing her because you, how many cats are involved?
I have 2 cats.
Two cats?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Me and Nyla have been friends for a long time,
Yep.
more than 8 years.
Oh, okay.
We met because we worked together at a bank in Manhattan, actually.
Yes.
And that's how we met, and we became really close friends. I considered her like a sister, and
Yes.
she was actually a bridesmaid in my wedding. Since I had 2 cats, we thought it would be cool if our cats became friends too, because we were friends.
Yeah.
And my 2 cats, I have 2 boys. They're gentle giants. They're about like 20 pounds each, so
Yeah.
they're very big cats.
They're big cats.
Yes, and the first one, his name is Bentley O'Reilly.
Bentley.
Bentley, yes.
He's more like a Chevy, Your Honor. He's more like a Chevy.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, we have a picture. We have a picture.
Oh, yeah.
In the Huggies box, that is Bentley sleeping, and the Pampers box, that's
look at that
Buddy.
grill.
That's Buddy
Yeah.
Austin.
That's how huge.
They're huge, but they're very sweet cats. They love people. We were actually Airbnb hosts, and the guests said that the best part of their stay was the cats.
The cat.
Yes.
Well, that's very nice. And is Bentley on the right? The other one's called Buddy?
Yes, Buddy is on the right, and then that's Bentley with the sign hanging on his neck.
Yeah.
They are announcing my pregnancy when I had my first baby, and that's the cats with my baby.
Yeah.
She had cats. I just wanted to say that. She doesn't have the cats anymore because since she had her baby, I think the interaction between her cats and the baby, because her cats were the vicious ones, she had to get rid of her cats.
Nyla, that I really resent you saying that. I resent you saying that. I did rehome my cats recently. I didn't want to. I did it because once my son learned how to crawl and walk, I couldn't keep him away from the cat litter, couldn't keep him away from their food.
Sure, yeah.
Basically, my cats are very well house trained, and Nyla was aware of that. And Sweet Pea is very antisocial, and she does not like other pets.
Antisocial, I think that's a bit aggressive. She is like a diva. Cats are very territorial, and they like to stay within their environment. So my cat, she is not that she's antisocial. She's just like, you know, a little.
And that's why.
A snobby cat.
No, diva.
A diva.
She's
diva
a diva.
cat.
Yeah, look at her.
And that's why you asked for my help, Nyla. She wanted me to help with the behavior of Sweet Pea.
To make her more social.
Yes, to make her more social.
So what happened?
So I love pets, and I socialized my cats actually by letting stray cats, I would bring them into my home and I would feed them. I would give them food and water. And they don't touch my cats, but I just would give them food and water. And that's actually how my cats learned how to like tolerate being around other cats, be very friendly to them. So we decided to arrange a play date for our cats to meet.
A play date for your cats?
Yes.
Cat date.
Yes. So Nyla came to my house.
Yes.
She brought Sweet Pea. We put them on the ground. The cats were sniffing each other, getting the scent. And I have a bunch of cat toys in my house. I have like a huge cat tower. They have balls. They have feathers to play with. So we let our cats play. And then me and Nyla went in the kitchen so that we could catch up with each other. And we were eating and drinking, and then all of a sudden we hear this huge commotion. I don't know if you've ever heard a cat fright.
Like?
Oh, it was like "Rrr, meow, meow, meow." It was like a huge commotion. We ran to see what was happening, and Sweet Pea was hissing at my cats, and my cats were like shrinking back in fear, and there was fur on the floor, like there was clumps of fur, and Sweet Pea had attacked my cats. Not only that, she scratched up my chair. She scratched up my couch.
What did it sound like to you?
Your Honor, it wasn't like she's exaggerating. It was more like meow.
I'm not exaggerating.
Meow.
It was meow.
Your Honor,
Rare.
if you could just look at this picture, this shows clearly that it's wear and tear over time. That is not a one-time hit.
No.
Cats love furniture. They scratch. Look at my cat's face. Does this look like the cat of a vicious cat?
I'm not sure by looking, as beautiful as Sweet Pea is, I'm not sure by looking at a cat's face you can tell how friendly the cat is, you know?
Exactly.
I just want to say her cat is like big like Tony the Tiger. My cat is like
their size
small.
has nothing to do with it. My
and
cats are so well behaved.
She has 2 cats and they're boys. And my cat's a girl.
And your cat is the aggressor. My cats did not do that. They don't scratch furniture. They have cat toys and cat towers everywhere in my house.
Right.
Your Honor, I know she thinks my cat did that, but there's no like hardcore evidence. And it's like, if you don't have recording, cats scratch furniture.
You don't need a recording.
It's like what that girl said, Cardi B, no face, no case.
You don't need a recording for that, Nyla. When we walked in there, you saw Sweet Pea hissing and acting aggressively towards my cats.
Actually, my cat was backed up in a corner. All her hairs were raised.
That's not true. That is not true.
It's 2 of them is one of her.
Yeah.
Okay. That is not true.
What's happened to your friendship since the play date?
She's allowed this to put a big wedge in our friendship, which I think is really unfair because we were really close. Like I was at her wedding. And it's very disappointing that it has to come to this point. You understand? It's very hurtful to me, and I feel like if I'm hurt, she's hurt too.
We're not friends anymore. We're not friends, and we haven't spoken since this happened. And what I want her to do is take responsibility for this. So if you look at evidence A, it's a vet bill. After Sweet Pea attacked Bentley and Buddy,
allegedly,
my cat's behavior changed. Like, okay, Bentley is a special needs cat. He has to eat prescription cat food. That's all he can eat is prescription cat food. And he didn't want to eat. After that, he was traumatized. Both of my cats were traumatized from this. And he didn't want to eat or drink. They didn't even want to be around me. They were hiding under the couch, hiding under the bed. And so when I called the vet, they suggested that I bring my cats in so they could do a comprehensive exam. They prescribed 10 milligrams of amitriptyline for Bentley.
I see that.
They got a booster.
So for Bentley, the bill was $156.
Yes.
But Buddy was more expensive than the Bentley.
Yes,
was
and that,
$198. I don't see that. I would
Exactly.
think that the Bentley is more expensive. You
think
should
so,
see
too.
my bill.
Chevy.
the total was $355.53. And if you look at my couch that Sweet Pea viciously scratched up,
Allegedly.
the cost
Okay.
of that chair is $149.
Whose home was this at?
Mine.
It was your home. Did you invite her to bring the cat over?
Yes, it was
Okay.
a play date that we mutually decided.
insist-
Okay.
for it to be at
And
my
you're
house.
saying that this damage here to the couch all happened while you were in the kitchen?
Yes.
That's a lot of damage, because if her cat was doing that scratching, where were your two other cats while that was going on?
They were all in the same room. We just heard a big commotion.
Yeah, but I'm saying if they're fighting, they wouldn't have time to be scratching at the couch.
Right, but I know that Sweet Pea scratched that and not my cats because my cats are house trained.
Well,
My
yeah.
cat's house trained too. Hello?
Okay, all right.
I am here to defend my cats
Yes.
because they were viciously attacked.
Yes.
Nyla is not telling the truth and saying that Sweet Pea was not the aggressor. My cats are not aggressive towards other cats. They did not start that fight. And
Your Honor,
when we
her name
walked,
is Sweet
But you
Pea.
have to.
it doesn't matter. When we walked into the room, Nyla, you saw that Sweet Pea was hissing at my cats. She was the one who was showing aggression. Don't lie about that.
That true?
Tell
Your
the truth.
Honor,
Or tell the truth.
she was, my recollection, her hairs were raised. Cats hiss as a natural reaction, as a defense.
So
all
why would-
cats hiss.
No, that-
all cats hiss.
Yeah, I understand that. And I understand if
doesn't
you
mean
see
they're
two cats
aggressive.
that she may have been scared for
Yeah,
all I
but
know.
tell the truth.
It just means
Sweet-
like they're afraid. And
Sweet
it's
Pea was
natural.
not afraid. Sweet Pea was showing aggression towards my cats. Don't lie about that.
Sweet
Well, we
Pea's
don't-
inherently sweet.
Okay.
You see any aggression
All
here
right.
in this face?
She's not.
Because you brought the case, you have to prove it. But the evidence hasn't been presented to the court where I can look at this and say, here's the video, your cat attacked her cats.
There's no video.
I don't see any evidence other than you both heard the screaming, you both went into the room, and you saw cats hissing, or one cat hissing. The hissing could have been anger, the hissing could have been fear. That doesn't mean that that cat started the fight against these cats.
She's innocent.
We don't know. And without any proof, the case is dismissed.
I'm hoping we could still be friends and we could get past this.
I was here to defend my cats, and I just wanted Nyla to tell the truth.
Hey YouTube, thanks for watching. For more Judge Jerry, click here. For more Jerry Springer, click here.